All right, what's going on here today? Well, you can see I loosened this up. The problem is this negative terminal right here. This is a known flaw on the Jeep JK. The idea is, as you tighten this nut, this is supposed to come down and cinch on that post, but it really works very poorly. So you can see that I got a lot going on here between the inverter, my winch, my switch pod, various other circuits. So I have an extension tab on here that I bought from Quadratech. I may be able to add this onto the new post that I bought. I bought the Vgate terminals to go on the post. So I'll show you those shortly, but I'm not even so much concerned with the positive. The positive I haven't had a problem with. It's been nice and tight, and I'm kind of strapped a little bit for time because of our trip. But I definitely got to redo this terminal right here on the negative side of the battery. All right, you can see I removed a lot of the stuff, and then the last thing is you got this. This is the assembly that came with. It's like an extension bar. This is all from Quadratech. So that leaves you with. You can see there's like a double. I got to cut this. I basically need to turn this into a ring tongue terminal. I'll save that nut. So what I like to do is cut this. I got to get this bolt out of there and basically turn this into a stake-on. We'll see how it goes. All right, so what you end up with here is two studs. So you have two conductors and a crimp. And then if you look at the back, see those flat pieces that are tabbed in there? I'm going to try to bend those clips out of the way and remove the studs out of the holes. Okay, you can see that I used needle nose pliers. See the little clip? That just holds this stud in like that. So there's one of them out. I'm gonna take them both out. Although realistically, I probably only need that first one. But let's see what we have. You know, so if you look at that now, if I was to cut that all out and square it out, I would basically have a nice, what we call in the trade, a ring tongue terminal, a closed up terminal that I could put that on a stud and then crank it down and then just cut everything else out of the way here. There's the stud that just came out. Same thing, use needle nose pliers. You can see there's a little tiny tab there, but I got it. All right, doing this with one hand. There we go. Just use needle nose pliers, bent the tabs out, and then I was able to remove the bolt stud. Okay, now look at this. All I did is start to separate it, okay? So you can see I'm gonna have to make a cut right across there, and then cut these tabs off or flatten them out, and then I'll have a nice connector. And I don't have to redo this crimp at all. I just gotta dress it up a little bit and remove some of that stuff. So with a little bit of cutting, with my cutting wheel, you can see all the pieces. This is what we have left. I'm gonna square it off, I'm gonna file it, get rid of all the sharp edges, and I think we'll be in pretty good shape to do something with that. All right, so I'm going to reuse that bar because that gives me two nice bolts for some of the smaller spade connectors. I sanded up the terminal post, the negative post right there, and I put some Nolox, which is an oxidation inhibitor. So this will slide on, and I'll get it to the right angle that I want. And you can see that you have a lot of options. Like you could strip a wire and just put it in and use the set screw, the Allen set screw, and crank it down. In this case here, I actually elevated the stud so it stuck through far enough for me to really crank that nut on there. And then that gives me that bar right there. So this is gonna end up sitting over there like that. So I'm gonna work on that and actually put the bolt through here and tighten it up to the negative post, and then kind of see how things are gonna fit and how they're gonna work. Just starting this bolt. You can see it's starting, then I'll take the Allen wrench and crank that on there and then start dressing up all of these connections how I want them. I think I'm going to be in pretty good shape here. We'll see. All right, so I think there's a lot of different ways that this could go, but I'm really pleased with this. Utilized the Quadratech bar, attached it to this. That allowed me to hit these over here. Obviously, I did not use the set screw in the sense of stripping a bare conductor and shoving it in there and crimping it down. You could do that easily enough. I have a super tight connection on the post. Wow, these connections are rock solid. I'm happy. I'll just double check and make sure I got everything. And then after the big trip on another day, we'll deal with all the stuff on the positive side. But geez, that's pretty nice. Okay, the finished product. You can see all my connections are on there nicely. They're tight. There's no locks on them. Negative terminal came out really good. In the near future, we'll get rid of all of this shit and dress up the positive. Not bad at all. All right, get this compressor in here, blow off all these chips. Inverter's working. I checked the winch, that's good. Vgate terminals are sweet. Okay, just as a side note, you can see that I had to trim. Now remember, for this snorkel to be installed here, I had to make a new battery holder and slide the battery over probably 4 inches. So everything's closer that way. You might recall in an earlier video that I had to reroute all these harnesses. So I'm closer to the engine cover. But no worries, I just carefully cut along that line. I left the flappy portion in there because that still protects a lot of the stuff. I like that, and I just cut the plastic out so that it doesn't interfere with any of these wires. So, and who knows, when I do the positive, with the exception of this circuit breaker here from my switch pod, then it looks like there's even going to be more room here on this side. Maybe I'll have the positive on a slight angle. We'll see. I'm going to cross that bridge on another day. These connections are good. That's my DC feed. I think I got 150 amp linkable fuse here from my inverter, for the primary of the inverter. That's where all the current is on the low voltage side. And one more look at the Vgate terminal. Really nice, really strong. Excellent.